Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peeps that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. I get to welcome you to a terrific Tuesday as we are really gearing into this Black History Month. And I'm really excited for my guest in the building. Miss Chevonna Gaylor is joining me. And y'all know we actually had a really great conversation last season, but it is so vital that we also focus on the times we're in right now. And I'm so glad that she, as a mental health professional, can truly give us some tips on how we deal with the signs of the times we are in. So I'm grateful that she's here joining me, but I'm also grateful you're joining me. This is the best time for you to share this show with anybody who you feel could benefit from the daily dose of dopeness we work to give you here on the Day with Trae. And if you can't watch our TV show, you know we always got you covered. You can also listen to us anywhere you find your favorite podcast. Just search Converge Media Network and the Day with Trae. You'll find me on your favorite platforms. Now, before I get into it with Miss Gaylor, I got to tell you, yesterday we got to start the week off with Intentionalists, and it was amazing to talk to Laura Kleiss about the work that she and her team are doing to help us spend our dollars. And I also get to uplift Hey Black Seattle, another amazing, collection of brilliance, where if you're looking to tap in specifically to Black entities and businesses, community groups, our girl Keisha Garrison also has you covered over there at Hey Black Seattle. I'm looking forward to having her later on this month because they are so busy bringing us a great opportunity to tap in with all of the folks that we're looking to tap in with. And, we talk about this at the Black Media Matter Studios. We are celebrating Black culture every single day of the year. But this History Month for us, Black History Month, always has a special time in our heart. And so I'm grateful that we have folks who are really being very specific about the works that they are uplifting, the individuals, the collectives, the organizations. And if you are looking to find more information about, hey, where do I tap in at? I'm new to Seattle. I'm trying to figure it out. Hey Black Seattle also has you covered. Well, as I kind of said here at the top of the show, we are dealing with a lot right now, and we have a lot kind of being thrown at us. So I'm really grateful that we're going to take some special time this week to really focus on opportunities for us to center ourselves mentally. Now, mental health is something that we know has been a topic here at Converge and on the Day with Trae, because we recognize that we have to do some work to dispel myths and really uplift so many great practitioners in the field who are there looking to bring lived experience with professional experience together to really service communities in particular ways. So up next, I got Chevonna Gaylor joining me, and I'm really excited that she's here to shed some light on how we stay grounded during this time. You definitely don't want to miss this. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Listen up, Puget Sound.
This is a call to my fellow Black business owners.
It's your girl, Vasa Gordon.
It's your boy, Eric Calligraphy, and I know times are tough out here.
Especially for our restaurants, dude. I already know you're feeling the weight.
But let me be clear. We're not going to stand by and watch our community struggle.
Here at Back to Vasa and Converge Media, we know Black businesses are the heartbeat of our community.
We bring the culture, the flavor, and the soul. And we need you to keep on thriving.
We need you. So that's why we're opening our platforms to you. Whether it's telling your story, shining a light on your challenges, grabbing resources for you to know about. Dude, we even want to help bring more customers through your doors.
Man, we got you. Are you a restaurant owner trying to keep your lights on? A new business fighting to make your mark? Whatever your story, we want to hear it and help.
In order to make that happen, we need for you to head on over to whereweconverge.com/support Black business and let us know what's happening. Let Back to Besa and Converge Media amplify your voice and help drive traffic to your business.
Man, don't wait. Converge Media is here to uplift Black business in the Puget Sound. So man, make sure you visit whereweconverge.com/support Black business and let's rise together.
Empowering the community one connection at a time. ConnectWA is your partner in finding the support you need. Download the app today and experience the difference that a connected community can make. Learn more at eec-wa.org/connectwa-app.
Welcome back, y'all, to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Joining me right now is Miss Chevonna. Hi.
Hello.
Good to see you again.
I am so honored to be here again, especially in honor of Black History Month, to be here at Converge and with you who are, as your earrings say, absolute Black excellence. Very happy to be here.
Well, you know, I got to tell you, the last time we were able to talk, we were at Paramount Theater, but you already had so many great ways for folks to be grounded. And right now, Chevonna, I mean, come on. If we're being honest, there is so much happening right now. I think a lot of people are either tapping out or they're tapping in too much. Tell us a bit about that balance we need to have right now.
So I'm not recommending that we lean into apathy and completely check out. Of course, that doesn't help anyone. Right? Also, I'm not erasing or ignoring the complexities of major mental health and serious mental health and mental illness that can take place. However, I do want us to take into account depression tends to live in the past, anxiety tends to live in the future, but our peace is in the right now. So when we're thinking about and ruminating over and really focusing heavily on the things of the past, and we're having a hard time with getting past that, then it can lead to depression. So what I want us to be aware of is we can learn from the past. We can definitely learn lessons and grow from the past, but we can't stay there. And we're right now being bombarded about the what ifs of the future. Bombarded every day, all day. The beauty of social media. The beauty is that we get to be more informed. We have power. We can exercise that power for good. We can dispel some of the misinformation. However, we are flooded with fearful messages. And I ask us to not be fully bombarded and not lean too heavily into the what ifs because it hasn't happened yet. We don't know what's going to happen. And what we do know is we've been through a lot and we've made it through a lot. And as a people and in community and coming together, we have overcome the worst of the worst. And we will make it through this. So the peace is in the right now. We have to ask ourselves, what do I have control over right now? Two things. What am I grateful for right now? And what do I have control over right now? And taking actionable steps towards what we have control over in the here and now will help us feel like we have more power and literally allow us to lean more into peace and joy.
You know, you saying this, it just sheds light on the fact that we have the freedom to choose. That's what I'm hearing you say here too. We have the freedom to choose, and the beauty in that choice is really finding what is going to keep us grounded in that current state of peace and joy, because those are choices for us. Those are not things that are imparted on us. So I really appreciate that message. You know, I think what I'm hearing a lot of people kind of deal with right now is trying to understand how to plan, right? Like, so how do you plan and kind of dispel that notion of anxiety that sometimes is connected heavily to trying to plan for the future as all of this information is coming out from like the federal government?
Well, what I think about when you say that, two things. All of our feelings are okay. We just have to be mindful what we do with them. So some may say that, oh, my fear is not a choice or my anxiety is not a choice. And I agree. Now, what we do with it is the choice. That's where the choice comes in. So there are feelings that may come up. If I've experienced trauma, being triggered in a certain situation and having my body go into a state of terror, that may not be a choice, but what am I going to do with that feeling? And that's what you're talking about as far as having a choice, not leaning into that feeling and finding something productive to do with that. Now, your other question that you mentioned as far as planning for the future, the reality is we've already been planning. We can't erase those plans to build our solid foundation because we're in terror mode. So if your plan was already, we know those New Year's resolutions, I'm going to get physically healthy, I'm going to get financially healthy, I'm going to take care of my mind, body, and soul, I'm going to clear up my space. Those things are still necessary. So even if there's catastrophe, if we're strong in mind, body, and spirit, then we're better capable of handling all that comes. Don't lose the basics. Don't lose your foundation of what you need to take care of you, because if you're not well, then really you don't have the capacity to fight whatever has the potential to come.
It's so true. My question, because I mean, this is just the what we're facing, isolation. I just want to hear from you about that leap towards isolation. I think a lot of people end up experiencing that, especially when we're in a state of our society where we are getting these individual messages to our individual devices, right? And so like how I'm dealing with it is oftentimes on an individual level, but it can lead to isolation. And that's something that I think we also have to be really mindful of right now, right?
Absolutely, because what we have is we tend to, because of fear, stop gathering, stop connecting, and stop exercising that joy. And we can't let fear win. We have to heal through each other. How have we overcome generation after generation in community? We need that. A perfect example is I have sister friends they're my love. And yesterday, we have been communicating, and they have been talking about how difficult not only the news in our world, but just everyday life, being a woman, being a perimenopausal woman, living in everyday life, bills and kids and spouses and all the things that life entails. And yesterday was a community event, and they were texting, and one of my sister friends said, it was everything my soul needed to be in community. It was the healing that I didn't know I needed. That's what's going to get us through. We need each other. We need that love. We need that hug. We need that laugh. We need those dominoes. We need that food. We need each other. And we may need mental health services. We may need a professional, and that's okay too. That's okay too.
Yeah. Tell us about that connection. When does somebody know, like, okay, now's the time I need to seek professional help? I mean, because that may be different and varied for, certain people. But what are some of those, high level pathways that you've experienced professionally where people have had to make that choice for themselves?
So one example I give is, think about a car. All cars are different makes, models. All the dashboards are different, but they all have those lights, those blinking lights that let you know that something is wrong. Now, they might look a little different, but they all have those blinking lights. So we all are unique, divine individuals, but we all have some indicators in our life that may say, hey, something is off. I need that check engine light. So I want us to think, everyone kind of take a deep breath and think, what's my check engine light? Some of the common check engine indicators that we may need some mental health support or just layers of support could be eating changes in our diet. Either we're eating more or less to the point where we're noticing significant weight loss or weight gain. And to where it's problematic, where we're like, wow, why did I eat that whole cake? Or I notice I haven't eaten all day. So significant changes in our diet and eating habits, also significant changes in our sleep patterns. So if we find that we're in bed all day and just lethargic and having a hard time getting out, like, whoa, I can't believe I slept 14 hours, 2 nights in a row. What's going on? I don't usually sleep like this. Or I'm up all night and having a difficult time sleeping. So significant changes in eating and sleeping could be indicators, because our bodies keep score and our bodies will tell us when we're off. Another way is physical indicators like pain, those headaches, stomach aches, heavy tension in our shoulders, heavy tension in our back. Those can be indicators, especially if there's something that we're not used to dealing with, and we know that we don't have we've ruled out a medical condition. That can be our body telling us, we need you. We need you to take care of us. We're holding too much. And so in the Black community and in a lot of communities, we'll hear, well, what's the point of talking about it? Well, I don't want to talk about it. I'm used to it. We've been through, what's talking going to help? All those experiences and those situations, they come into our core. And we are human. Even though the world may treat us like we're superhuman, we're human. We hurt, we cry, we get sad, we get depressed, we need support. We are human. And we need to lean into that humanity and recognize that all of those hurts, all of that discouragement, all of that injustice goes into our psyche, and it's power in acknowledging. There's power in releasing, because it's too much for our bodies to contain. So if you can release it through exercise, you can release it through prayer, meditation, through deep breathing, you can release it through yoga, you can release it through therapy, you can release it absolutely in community and connection and music, but make sure you're intentional about finding a healthy way to release it.
Wow. I mean, I'm so grateful for you to be here today. You know, what we recognized was it was important for us to breach this topic of mental health during Black History Month and truly uplift not only amazing practitioners like yourself, but also some of the things that we can be doing to truly check in with ourselves during this time as we are dealing with, you know, a lot of shifts that are coming down the pike. I was, going through some history with my son and recognizing that Black History Month has been acknowledged and celebrated by American presidents since 1976. So this is a huge shift when we talk about our president possibly not acknowledging Black History Month in 2025. And trying to get my 11-year-old to understand that. Because I'm like, you're young. And I go back to when I was 11. I had no idea what was really going on. You know, I think there was, at the time, you know, Bill Clinton was hip. They were like, he's almost like the first Black president. I remember people saying that in the community. And I was like, but he's not, though. I was so didn't understand it, right? Growing up and having my own purview now, trying to get my kids to understand it is something that's really important. And I think we don't talk enough about our children and the shifts that this may have on them. So giving us some of those tips was really helpful. And I'm so grateful. Of course, if people are trying to tap in with you, if they need your services, if they're trying to maybe figure out how are you dealing with community and tapping in, just look right there. Let them know how they connect with you.
Well, everything healing related or Chevonna related, you can get on Chevonna.com. That's CHEVONNA.com. Also, to support us during this time, I've launched a Mindful Monday, just a quick 1-minute tip every Monday on my social media account. And you can find me through Chevonna LMFT. That's LMFT for Licensed Marriage and Family Therapist. And I give you some tips to make it through the week. So we're going to make it through this together. So Chevonna.com, and check out those Mindful Mondays, because I'm always giving you what we all need to make it through this time today and every day to heal.
Wow. Ms. Chevonna, thank you so much for being here and ensuring that we are grounded as we embark on the beauty of Black History Month. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Trae.
Wow. Y'all, what a beautiful way for us to be mindful about how we're checking in with ourselves during this time. Of course, I'm going to wrap it all up right after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Seattle Opera presents one of the world's most popular operas, Mozart's The Magic Flute. Called an international sensation by LA Daily News and dazzling by San Francisco Classical Voice, this new to Seattle production featuring eye-popping animations is perfect for the whole family. Don't miss Mozart's The Magic Flute, February 22nd through March 9th at McCaw Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
Truth Talks is the hottest streaming show on TV. Catch all the truths about pop culture to politics and today's biggest stars.
Why tiptoe through life?
Monday through Friday, live at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and again at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific on Fox Soul.
This January, the sun rises on Pacific Northwest Ballet's brand new production of The Sleeping Beauty with scenery by Preston Singletary and costumes by Paul Tazwell. 2 weeks only. For tickets, visit pnb.org.
My hair is definitely unique in the rodeo industry, and not a lot of girls wear their natural hairstyle. And since I do, it makes it a lot harder to find equipment that fits my head the right way. When I speak about being unique, that's what I mean is why should we have to change our hairstyle for safety maybe? Why can't they create something for us to be ourselves in and still be safe on the trails? You don't have to change the way you look because you're beautiful the way you are.
Africatown Plaza is our latest affordable housing development project. It's 126 units of affordable housing over community commercial space.
It's the first time in my career, and I've been doing this for 10 years, that I was able to design for people who look like me.
Africatown Plaza is a beacon of hope.
Africatown Plaza is a love letter to the community.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. What an amazing episode this was. Huge shout out to my guest, Miss Chevonna Gaylor. Of course, Mindful Mondays. This tip that she is giving y'all is going to be helpful to get your week started. And I am encouraging you to check in on yourself. What are you doing to maintain that peace that you naturally are? You know, when we think about ourselves and the beauty of who we are, there is so much that we have within us that we can tap in with. And she gave great opportunities for you to tap in with community, figure out where you are mentally. You know, do not ignore it. If you are experiencing any of those symptoms that she mentioned, headaches, you know, shifts in your weight gain or loss, shifts in your eating or sleeping, shifts in, you know, body aches and pains that are continual, please find a way to care for yourself during this time. Your care is our care because we are all here in community together. And truly, it is important that we all find our pathways to keep ourselves healthy during this time. Thanks so much for watching today, y'all. And of course, I'll be back with you tomorrow. Until then, at 11 a.m. Peace.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.